just confirm that you can see my screen.
Yes.
All righty. So salutations to everyone. Good morning. And I would like to present our group, which is Mahashweta, Shilpi, myself, Margaret, Anusha, and Hima Bindu. We have prepared a software project for a bank management system. We opted for Union Bank Management System. As we started on that, we started brainstorming how would we want the relationship between it. And as we brainstormed, we found that we would need this set of classes, which is, and the relationship between them. So the first one was bank has employees, bank has customers, full-time is the employee, part-time is the employee, customer has an account, saving is account, checking is account, saving has transactions, checking has transactions. So as you see here on the screen, this is the relationship diagram that we were able to bring up. And after finalizing, we found that there was a set of attributes that we would want for each class. And there's a parent-child relationship between employee and full-time. And this is the relationship that we were able to finalize. And we also developed in our program the menus for bank, customer, and employee so that we can do certain functions within it. And that will be, we'll closely look into it as we proceed forward to the presentation. I will now hand it over to my teammate, Shilpi Sharma. She will explain you the sequence diagram and walk you through the next couple of slides.
Thank you so much, Kavita. Shweta, do you want to share your screen now? So let's go to the slides and let's go to the sequence slides. So as Kavita explained, once we decided on the classes and the hierarchy and the relationships, next we had to brainstorm as to what are the functions we wanted our bank management system to perform and what are the various users that will be using it. So here's our sequence diagram. As you can see, there are 3 people using it: customers, admin, and the employee. All of them will be using it for different purposes and with different powers. For the customer, it's mostly about logging into the system, depositing, withdrawing, or getting account balance, crediting, debiting account. If they want to open the account, obviously the employees inside the bank will do it for them. Now, if you see, the next is about admin. The admin, if he or she is able to successfully log into the account, they have the ability to manage the bank, and their responsibility will be like to save the bank, update the bank, add or edit the bank. They can add or edit the employee. They can update employee list. They can make a list of the employees. The third type of user is the employee itself. They also have a different login and login and password. And if they are successfully able to enter the program, they will manage the customer details, manage the account details, and they will manage the balance details. Now, you can see they have the capability of adding in our program, adding or editing customer, saving or updating customer, or listing the customer. Similarly, they can add and edit accounts or transaction. They can save them, and they can make the list out of them. Next, you can see, as we further started developing our program, you can see the first thing you will see is our bank menu. The bank menu, as you can see, is the bank has employees, customers, and admin. All of them will have the menu option is showing up there. And when you put the options, you'll get back into the system, and then you can perform the various actions that are listed here, like the adding or exiting, adding customers. Then you can go to employee menu. Then you can go to the customer menu. Next slide, please. So this is showing you the employee menu. If you see on the left side of the console, we have chosen, like I have been listed as an employee of the bank. So I chose the option 2, and then I entered my login ID and password, username and password. When the login was success, it shows welcome Shilpi, and then it gives me an option of the actions I want to perform, like add customer, find customer, friend customer, things like that. Next slide, please. This is an example of our customer menu we have developed. So for example, if you choose the option 3, for example, we have listed on our bank menu that if you're a customer, you have to go to 3. Only when you put your user ID and password and it matches, then you have login success. And then you have there, for example, Mahashweta is one of our customers. So it says welcome Mahashweta. And then she can deposit the or and print the transaction, withdraw and print the transaction, check account balance, etc. Now, next slide, please. So here is an example of our file writer and buffer writer. This writer is actually acting as a database from where we are creating the program, where we are adding all the information. So for example, here there is a list of employees that are there. There's a list of customers. As we add or delete, this buffer updates itself. Now, without a further ado, I will take you into the live action, and I will hand it over to Mahashweta for showing you our live application. Thank you.
Thank you, Shilpi, so much. Hello, good morning, everybody. I'm going to talk about our program. We started after we created our class diagram and we went through the relationship and everything. We created the basic classes. And then after we created the classes, we also created the enum also, so people don't add up the random type of the account or random type of the full employees. So we have employee types, only full-time and part-time, nothing else. So we created the enum classes. So I'm going to run my program and show you step by step. So as soon as you run the program, you have 3 options that who you trying to log what is your role. So if I press, like I'm a bank admin, so I'll press 1, I'll put my username and ID. Once my login is success, I have options, either print bank information, I can add and save employee, or print employee list. So I'll press number 1, print bank information, and here is my bank information listed right here. And now I have options, add and save employee. So I'll go for that one. If I add employee, I can add, let's see. And employee type, I'll choose full-time. And then it will ask me the salary. So then after adding the employee, it shows right here that employee is added. And I can, if I print the employee list, let's see, if I press 3, it will show me my employee that's added on top of my current employees right here. Right here, RAM. Okay, and now when I open my file, it will show me that employee, newly added employee right here. This is a function of your buffer writer and file writer. Now, I'll run my program again. And this time I'll log in as an employee. So again, I'll put username and password. Password is 789. Okay, if I make a mistake, then it's going to say invalid username and password, and I won't be able to go in further. So this means I have to run it again. Okay, login success Kavita, and then I will have options, add customer and open an account. So I'll go through that quickly. Say number 1, CID, customer ID, I'll put 3. I'll put any number to make it faster. Account ID. Let's see if I choose number 5. I'll put saving type of account. Here I put ignore cases. So even somebody write S capital, and if somebody write everything capital, they all acceptable answer. Now, here is the listed customer is already here. And account is also here, saving account. Now it's going to ask me, do you want to open another account? If I say yes, then the same customer can open another account. So I'll press number 6, account number 6. And this time I will open checking account. Here you go. So customer 3, same name, and that person has a checking account. Now I'll say I don't want any more accounts to be open. So then I'll go out, and then this employee will have option if I want to find the customer. So let's see, I added customer number 3. So I'll put my choice is 2, and then I search for this customer number 3, and that customer number 3 is showing right here. Now, if I, as an employee, if I want to print all customers, then I'll press number 3. And here is the list of all my employees, all my customers right here. Now I'll go in the buffer file, and this is showing me the list of my bank, my all employees, and all of the customers. Now I'll exit out. I can print the transaction as well. I'll exit out for now, and then I'll run it as a customer. Number 3 is the option, username, Mahasweta. Login success, my customer ID is 001. And my account ID, so it's going to verify my customer ID and account ID. If it's not correct, then it won't let me go in. So this is my account information. I have a saving account and I have a checking account as well. But I selected only saving, so that's why it's showing only saving. So now I have options as a customer if I want to deposit, withdraw, check account balance, or print my account informations. So I'll choose number 1. If I want to deposit, it will ask me how much you want to deposit. If I say 500, then I will assign a transaction number, let's say 09. So here is my information reflected with the balance. So I had 5,000, I deposit 500. So now I have 500, 5,000. So these are the menus, and all of them are similar way. Withdraw, if I do withdraw, it's going to withdraw. So now I'll hand over to my coworker, Margaret. She will show all the test runs and code report. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mahashweta, and good morning to all. As Mahashweta explained, we have done the test classes, we have done the classes, and we have returned the test classes too. Here are the test classes we have returned. We have 8 test classes, and we have done several test cases for that. Now I'd like you to show the test report for you. As you can see here, when you run the test reports, everything has ability success and all our test cases has passed. and we have 100% pass in our test cases. There are over 61, almost 61 test cases. You can see all the test cases here, and everything has passed. And now talking about the test coverage, you can see all our test coverage over here. We have about 17.64%, and we are working on it to improve our test coverage so that we could get a good coverage too. That's all about our test cases and test coverage. And now I would like to hand over to Hema Bintu.
Thank you, Margaret. Good morning, everyone. So I would like to explain about the tools that we have used throughout our project. So first one is the Apache NetBeans IDE that we use for coding. And the next one is the WhatsApp app that we have connected and discussed, discussed, and the Google Drive that we have used to Google Drive to connect with each other to Google Drive to share the project notes and documentations, everything, and Google Meet where we can meet and discuss about the project, and the Draw.io where we have did our UML diagrams, sequence diagrams. With this, I would like to conclude our project presentation. Any questions, please?
First of all, good job, guys. Give a big round. So first of all, I look like you have done quite a good job here. One question, and this is for Mahashweta. Mahashweta, like in your, could you share your screen?
Yes.
And then show us like a little bit logic where you are looping and asking user to select a specific options.
Sure. You can see my screen?
Yes, if you can scroll down, I want to see your while loop where you are, yeah, do while loop. Yeah, perfect. So in this while loop, right, what kind of error you may encounter?
Oh, if you don't have, like we have so many loops within loops. So if I don't have a right way, the break is right way. If it's wrong way, then it will go different places. So you just have to build up small and then include more things.
Now, did you encounter any specific thing when you were testing or entering the data?
Oh yeah. Even till this morning, we had these things first in menu, bank menu, employee menu, and customer menu. We did not plug in the login section until later on. So login function, instead of doing in a hard coded, my teammate learned it through somebody other way where she did it another class, and then we plug it in. So when we have to combine all of the things, first it was working fine, but once we combine the login part together, then instead of exiting out, it was asking, even though I'm, let's see, login as a bank administrator. So I'm doing still my function, but after one thing, instead of kicking me out, it was asking me again username and password. So that was pointless. Like, why do I have to re-enter? I'm already logged in. So then I figure out that the looping, this function needed to be outside of the first menu, and then put the break somewhere where it's going to break when you want to exit. So those logics needed to be added.
Okay. The second question, I noticed that when you enter incorrect username and password, you are actually exiting. Is there a way we can ask user, hey, try again, and then the second prompt?
So first, when we did, even if we put a wrong username, I did not have this break. Even with the wrong username and password, it was allowing to go further. So at least I figure out up to here. I put the break and it's kicking it out right away. But if we want to add, if you want to add them try again. I think if I put a for loop here,
Mhm.
maybe yeah, it will.
You already have a do while loop. Would it work without a for loop?
Say that again.
You already have a do while loop, right? Do
Hmm.
you still need another loop, for loop?
This do while loop is for the whole thing.
Okay. So now next question is Margaret for you. You mentioned about you have good code coverage, but when you do percentage, you have a less percentage.
Yeah.
So what are the reason you are not able to bring it 80%?
Yeah, I think we have some, we have a very big bank driver where there's no much logic. So we did not write the test case for the bank driver. So that may be the reason.
So like, let's say in a real life, if you are going through this type of thing, what would you do differently? How would you increase your percentage?
I think we have to do something in the bank driver to make it small and very easy readable so that we can get a good code coverage.
So what are the challenges you had when, was it working from first day or you had some issue?
I think this time we had a very good team. We are working every day till at least till 11 p.m. in the night. So it was easy to figure out. It was not like other projects. We all worked together. We all sat together. Till we all did the same thing. It's not like you do this, you do this. We all did everything. That helped us good to improve.
Nice. So Kavita, what was the main challenging part when you were doing this diagrams or PowerPoint?
More so over the challenge, I didn't face much, but the thing was that we learned a lot from the class, right? How to develop use the tool draw.io, and from the live examples from the sessions that we had in the class sessions, we were able to figure out how to draw all of it. So it was combined effort, obviously, because when we were brainstorming, we had to know what all relationships are required and how to develop them. So having a diagram actually helped us to solidify our approach to develop our program.
So did you start diagram first and then the coding, or you start coding first?
We did the diagram first.
Okay. And how did you match the diagram does reflect the real coding methods and classes?
Yeah, so first we started with the diagram, and as we started working on knowing what attributes we need, we started filling up the diagram with the attributes first, and then so slowly and gradually, as we did more and more function, understanding what actions we want from the sequence diagram, we started knowing what methods we need, and we started refining the diagram. So it was it was not like one-stop shop kind of situation where we just finish once and then do forward. But as we learned over the course of time, we updated our diagrams too.
Very good.